Hey Libras, welcome to my channel. My name's Danny. It's going to be your read for the month of April. This is going to be general. So we're going to talk about your energies generally speaking, okay? It's going to be great for sun, moon, and rising. And yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. I think before we were talking about us kind of needing to chill and just kind of surrender to what is and just knowing that everything was going to be okay. And yeah, we just had that full moon in Libra on the 31st of March, so I'm sure you guys felt that heavily. I know I did. The energy of it, I felt it. And I actually started to feel it before the full moon even hit, a few days before. So it's been a lot, but it's been good so far for me. So let's see what it's looking like for the month of April. And we'll take it from there. So what I didn't show you, first card was Magician. Crossing it, we've got the Ten of Swords. Okay. After that, we've got the Hierophant. Followed by the Ten of Cups. Then we've got the Ace of Swords. Followed by the Knight of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups. Lots of cups, guys. What's up with that? King of Cups. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. And they're right on top of each other. I'm one of those people, I feel like whenever I get a king and a queen of the same suit, that is like a relationship, okay? A good one, a long-standing one, a lifetime one. And we've got the Knight of Cups right next to the King. Ooh, I can't wait to get into this. So this is looking like a lot of love, even though it's supposed to be general, but maybe that's just what's going on for us in the month of April. I'm not mad. Ooh, Ten of Wands. Last card. Queen of Swords. Ending the month in our energy. Hanged Man. Yep. Okay. Hanged Man's what is at the bottom of the deck. Before I get into that, let's just kind of do a quick scope. We have got 2 major arcana, 4 personality cards or, suit cards, 4 cups, 3 swords, and a wand. So yes, I do feel like this month is really going to kind of challenge the feelings arena and also what we do with our thoughts in regard to that, right? Because, okay, starting out, we've got the Magician. Magician is a bomb starter for any read, whether it's love, general, whatever. Magician is letting you know that you right now, as you are, with everything that you've got, with everything that God's given you, with all your resources, you have exactly what it takes to make whatever shit you want to make happen, happen. You have it. You have all the tools on your little table. You can pull out whichever one you need to get whatever you need done, right? So the Magician is someone who's able to manifest things, right? It's like they have this knowing and they just go forth and they can make things happen, right? They've got all the tools, they've got all this energy, everything they need surrounding them to make it happen. But what you've got crossing it is the Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords energy is just like feeling totally defeated, This is someone who's basically given up. This is someone who's just like, I'm dead. Like, I can't, right? So I like to find silver linings in every situation. Silver lining of Ten of Swords is it's the end time of our suffering, right? Because tens represent completion. So we are wrapping up this negative energy. But what it's doing in the meantime is hindering you from moving forward. So I do see that there are things that guys are striving for. This can be work related, this can be love related, whatever. But it's like your thoughts are getting in the way. You know, it's like every single time you go forth to do something new or take some new action, it's like you almost like down talking yourself out of it, right? Also, this can be just bad communication overall with people. You know, you feel like the communication's not there. So it's like stopping your flow of whatever you're trying to make happen. Understandable, because we are still right now in Mercury retrograde and we will not be out until next Sunday. So that's on the 15th. So I'm seeing all this kind of happening more towards the beginning of the month. Just kind of having just, it's almost like an energy. I can say for me personally, it's like, I don't feel like anything's wrong, but I don't feel like anything's necessarily right. I don't really know where things are headed. I'm optimistic, but there's also like a monkey on my back kind of thing, right? So it's like, get out of that, okay? And you will be getting out of that. I do feel like, again, this has a lot to do with Mercury retrograde. So whether communication's off with your business partners, your life partners, your kids, whatever it is, or whether it's just you kind of beating yourself up and just, you know, like how many more swords do you want to add? It's like, you know, this can be bad self-talk or whatever. It's like you right now, with everything you have, are working with the energy of the magician. You can make whatever it is you want happen, but you've got to drop all these swords. And that's coming up, right? We're completing that. We're getting over that. So, what we're striving for, Hierophant. So, for some of the Libras out there, this can be striving for love, you know, striving to get married to someone. I mean, because we're always striving to have some type of partnership, right? But also, this can represent a Taurus energy if there's someone, a Taurus that you are dealing with, someone that you're going for. But really, it's just a card of power, yes. Spirituality, yes. And, you know, institutions. Like, so there could be new things that you're trying to do as far as like maybe you're trying to work for a different company. Maybe you're trying to align yourself with a different type of people who prescribe to a different type of thing. You know, like maybe you're, you know, changing your religious whatever background. Maybe you're, I just really feel like it's a month of trying to align yourself with things that you feel spiritually rooted in and things that you feel um, you kind of can hold your weight and have some power in, right? If this isn't a person that you're dealing with, if this isn't like a Taurus energy in your life, it's just really, I feel like a card with the rest of these cards about trying to kind of figure out where you fit in the world. What's your group? What's your crew? You know, I feel like it's really that a card of that, like just really trying to find, okay, what's your space? Because Libras, we are the type of people, we don't, not to say we don't think about ourselves and don't put that thought into it, but it is a little bit of, well, us feeling like our job is to be there for others before we are there for us. So I really feel like with this Hierophant energy, you guys are trying to take your power, figure out where that leads you, in terms of where you belong in the world, in terms of what you're going to align yourself with going forward, you know, what jobs you're going to do, what people you're going to surround yourself with, what, you know, extracurricular shit you don't like to do, to whatever, you know. So what it's saying not to strive for, this is our cop-out card, which 10 of Cups is a beautiful card because literally who doesn't want 10 of Cups? But for whatever reason, it feels like now is not the time to be in your head tripping about a relationship or like a family. Now, if you are in a relationship or have family, of course, this doesn't mean neglect your people. But this really isn't a time to be putting focus on trying, not to say not to put focus, but it isn't time to put too much pressure on this dream, this little American dream, whatever, right? Because remember, the bottom of the deck, what's unseen is you got the hangman energy. I really feel like right now, especially in the beginning of the month of April, it's a time to surrender to what is. It's a time to more go with the flow rather than trying to direct traffic. So if this Hierophant card for you guys means that you guys have been striving for a marriage, okay, but like slow it down and don't do too much, because at the same time, this, not to say it's not important, this for where you guys are right now is not the priority right now, especially not in the beginning of the month. Maybe revisit that on the 15th or after the 15th, where we'll have a new moon and Mercury will go direct. But I feel like in the beginning of the month, it's not the time to be worrying about, well, I'm trying to, build something with Mark or whatever. And, I want him, I don't know. It's not that time. This time right now is to focus on you. It's not time to worry about that. It's just not time. You're in surrender mode. There's things that need to happen first before that you even get to that, right? So in the past, we've got the Ace of Swords, beautiful card. It's a spark of new inspiration or a new thought pattern, a new communication with someone. This can be you guys gaining clarity on a situation in the past, which is, what even is giving you the confidence to try to move forward now, even though, we've still got this Ten of Wands energy, Ten of Swords energy. So because the ace is next to the 10 like this, and the way it progresses, it goes in this motion, right? Ace to 10, the way I'm looking at it. It just kind of feels like, again, this is a month of, with the retrograde, a little bit of start, stop, action. So if you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and like 5 steps back, or whatever that expression is, don't feel bad about it. It's okay. Things are going to start to flow very soon. Very, very, very soon. I feel very soon. So Ace of Swords, this can be new communication with someone. This can be another air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Or this just can be overall new communication, new ideas coming in, new way of thought, new you guys figuring out, again, where you belong in the world. What's your tribe, right? Your vibe determines your tribe. I feel like it's really a month of Libra, trying to get into Libra and figure all that out. And once you do, then you've got the Knight of Cups coming your way. So let's say this is a loving, let's just say like a loving situation, an emotional, like a relationship situation. And I will use that as an example because we've got the Knight of Cups, which is emotion, relationships, that kind of stuff. It's like what it looks like in the progression of it all is as you shift your mind, shift your thinking, start to have clarity, get those communications with others that you need, basically do the work, then you are later gifted with this person. So it's like you don't have to focus too much on what it's going to look like because it's coming anyways. Like it's coming. And the Knight of Cups energy is very romantic, and it's very, it's very loving and poetic and gentle, and it comes at you not too fast, but not too slow. It's not the fastest of energies, but it's a very loving energy, right? So this could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your future that maybe, wants to offer you a cup of love, or maybe you want to offer them a cup of love. This is beautiful energy. But what I do know is looking at these cards the way they're situated, it's going to take for you to drop thought patterns from the past and really start to do things for yourself to where you'll get these gifts coming towards you, whether they're having to do with your money, having to do with your love life, whatever. It's all starting with a thought with you guys, and it's all going to require your patience as this time passes because details are still being worked out. So what you're hoping for, Queen of Cups, it's like you guys want to be in love. I do feel like this. Or you guys just want to be aligned with things that are loving. Or you guys want to just really kind of I feel like a lot of Libras right now that I talk to are doing a lot of soul searching, kind of tapping into their, inner divine feminine and energy, and really trying to tap into their intuition and figure things out for themselves. We are very logical, smart thinkers that sometimes will just throw emotion and all that shit off to the wayside because we're like, but that doesn't make sense. Like this is what it is, right? But this is important energy because the mind is not equipped to handle all the things that the heart can, just like the heart is not equipped to handle all the things that the mind can. Like everybody has its job, and some things, depending on what it is you want and whatever you're trying to align yourself, sometimes it's going to take her energy. Sometimes it's going to take your intuition. Sometimes it's going to take moving forward in a kind, mild, loving manner, right? And I feel like you guys are trying to kind of come into that more, you know? So people surrounding you, you've got the King of Cups. So, what's going on? I really do feel like I said, you guys have the Knight of Cups, which is actually sitting right next to the King of Cups. It was sitting just like this. Like this is how I'm viewing it. So that Knight of Cups going into King of Cups energy. So like I said, this really can be a water sign that's kind of coming in and, impressing you at the moment. But the King of Cups, he's fair, he's loving, he's kind, he's artistic, he's creative, he is emotionally intelligent. This is someone who makes you feel good. This is someone who knows how to treat his woman, treat her man, whatever, and make you feel like you are priority, right? This is someone who is very fair. This is someone who like just literally has a love for all things, all humanity, earth, everything, right? And he's the most mature in his suit. So that's really cute. So I feel like you guys are surrounded by people who are putting you in this loving space, which is good. And yeah, I do really feel like this is a romantic thing. If you are already in a relationship and this feels like it's a relationship, this could just be you guys moving your, like evolving it a little bit more, like things getting a little bit more serious or just reconnecting and kind of putting that loving spark back in, right? So how you guys were going into this reading, 10 of Wands. So a lot of people have been feeling like they've had a lot of stuff on their plate, which is why in last month's read, it was like your message was literally to chill, it's okay, right? So this, first of all, he's carrying way too many things. This is either too many ideas, too many people, too many responsibilities. It's too much, it's too heavy, his back hurts, he's hot, it's like the sun's beaming on him, he has no help. It is time to know that Libras are always trying to look out for others, that they will stack wands or swords up on themselves, no problem, because they feel like they can handle it more and their job is to be there for other people. But also, we need help too. And we also need to, when we're having hard times, when we're feeling lost, communicate that to others. I mean, you got the 10 and 10, which these are the bad 10s to get, like these are the ones you don't want. So it's like you guys have just been having too much stacked up on you to where you're like almost not feeling hopeful, and that just doesn't serve you. When really what you can do is give some of these to other people. You can delegate things, responsibilities. If you have too many things that you're dealing with in your life and you feel like it's overload, you can absolutely delegate things. You can absolutely, sometimes when I get like that, I'll make a list of all the things I need to get done, and then I'll realize that actually maybe out of those 10 things, like really 3 are priority right now, and I can tackle the rest when I'm done. Like, just let this go. This is not conducive to everything else working for you. This does not serve any of these energies. All these cups and this love coming in and this magician, this has nothing to do with this. So don't mess that up. Like, know that things are fine. I know things have been feeling heavy. March was heavy for everybody. And I feel like most of us are coming out of big, transitions into something new. So it feels like a lot, especially when you can't see all of the details, but it's fine. So, outcome card, we got the Queen of Swords, which is our energy. This is someone who is very direct, very communicative, says what she means and means what she says. So where you guys are feeling a little lost, getting back into your natural energy is what's going to help you feel a little bit more balanced, right? Gaining clarity. I do feel like there are some things you guys need to gain a little bit of clarity on, but I do feel like a lot of that again has to do with Mercury energy, and I feel like there will be kind of a little lift of a veil, um, when it kind of passes. This is a time to renew, have the conversations that are needed to have to move forward, while there's not a whole lot of action going on. You see, you guys only have one wand card, and it's just really in the placement of you guys feeling stressed. So while there's not a whole lot of action going on because you're in this hangman energy, it's time to kind of reassess and surrender to what is. It's a good time to get real clear, okay, going forward. Because it looks like there's love going forward. And if it's not love with the person, it's love with a circumstance or a situation or, company or institution or church or it's good things. Remember, we've got this in the magician energy starting out. So there's really no excuse. We can decide how we choose to do things. Advice card is birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. Wow, that actually just sorry, that hit me. That hit me, honey, because whoo, okay, that was a significant birthday. So this can be a birthday of a child that you have, a niece, a nephew, one of your kids. This can be a boyfriend's birthday, a mom's birthday, a girlfriend's birthday, a husband's birthday, wife birthday. Some birthday that's coming up, I feel like you're maybe going to get some answers that you've been needing to get or get some aha moments, some realizations that you've been needing to get. And maybe that'll help you also come out of this hanged energy. Okay? So that's it, Libra. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next month.